So here we have the Peugeot 208 on a 64 plate. I'm going to start off by showing you around the outside of the car, and then we'll hop in and run through some controls on the inside. From the outside you can see it's a 3-door car with alloy wheels. I'm going to start off inside the boot area first of all. As we approach the back of the car, you can see that we've got plenty of boot space, along with that 60/40 split folding rear seat, should you wish to increase this space further again. Okay, so we're just going to work our way back around to the front of the car, and then as I mentioned, we'll hop in and run through some of the controls on the inside of it from there. Just briefly before we climb in, I think it's well worth seeing the interior from this exterior point of view. There's plenty to run through on the dashboard, so let's hop in and we'll do that now. Okay, now that we're inside the car, we're going to start with the dials. On the far left-hand side, we have the coolant temperature gauge and the rev counter. The digital readout for the speedometer in the middle, followed by the speedometer over on the right-hand side. And on the far right-hand side, we have the fuel gauge for the car. In the centre, you can see the total miles. They are 54,580. If we back out to the steering wheel next, we have stereo controls and phone controls available out here. You'll only be able to use the phone controls once you pair the phone up to the car, which is done by hitting telephone, and then from there you would tap search for devices and then follow the instructions that come up on the screen. If we come back out to our home screen, we've got various bits of driving data you can access through that menu. We've got Peugeot's Connect apps that you can get through that one. We have our settings menu, audio and media, or radio media. So we've got FM, DAB and AM radio, USB input, iPod input, Bluetooth audio so we can stream our music wirelessly, and auxiliary input as well. So loads of ways to listen to your music in this car. And we have satellite navigation, as you can see. Working our way down, we have the air conditioning. You can determine the direction of the air, the fan speed and the temperature. When you're happy with those settings, your air conditioning is on at the minute, so that's off. Back on again. You can recirculate the air that's in the car. That's a great way of heating it up or cooling it down quickly, depending on the temperature you set over here. We have a 12-volt charging socket, auxiliary and USB inputs, as well as some storage over here, and then a 5-speed manual gearbox. The last thing I wanted to mention is the sun blind we have just here. So that opens up all the way back to the rear seats just there. This is a fixed section of glass, but as you can see, it lets in a huge amount of extra light to the cabin area. All that leaves me to say is thank you for taking the time to watch this video. If you'd like to come and see the car in person and have a test drive, please feel free to give us a call here at Surrey Specialist Cars. We'd love to hear from you soon.